Okay. Hello, welcome back. This is video number 4, I think, for the series of 10 that I'll be doing for this. Just as a preamble for the course, so people understand what terms we're going to be using and how we're going to go about structuring this as a key proposition to somebody within the industry or the market to invest in your project. Now, what I want to talk about is what the key points are that are more important than return on investment. I have mentioned before, we don't really look at return on investment. It is an issue, but when we researched it, we found that that is an issue in number 6 out of the top 10 or whatever issues there are. And I want to go through the other 5 issues for you so you understand that return on investment is not necessarily as critical as you think it is. Number 5, which is above return on investment, is novelty. You've got to have something that's different. If you don't, people are going to look at this and say, well, you know, it's a me too, why should I? Don't get me wrong, there are a lot of me too's that make a lot of money, and coming second in a new market, an emerging market, is always a good thing because you don't have as much risk. But essentially, when people are going for early stage commercialization, they're looking at something with novelty that they can own. Next is risks. You have to show people that you've managed their risks. So that's important, and we do that with the cornerstone investor model, but I've also shown you how we do that when we size and price. Next is their exit. You've got to plan an exit for them, because if you don't give them an exit, you're showing them how to get into your project. You're not showing them how to get out again later on. That's not going to be acceptable to most people. It means that they're going to be trapped in there. They're not marrying you. They're not till death do us part. They want to get in and get out. But it doesn't mean to say that they will, and it doesn't mean to say that you will. But having these exit points along the way gives you more options. We usually have one at, for instance, pre-scale, just before we fund the project for scaling. At that point there, they might not be the right people to stay on board, or alternatively, they might be the right people to take it over the project from you, in which case you sell your project into the other half of the project into them if they've bought half it at early stage, and then they will fund up the project from there, and you can stay on board or sell your shares at a later time. The next, number 2, is commercial model. I've talked about the commercial model, and how we come across that is far more important than a business case or a business plan or anything else that you might think you actually need. Chances are the commercial model is going to be far more effective for you if you can articulate that to people in a one shot, in a one screen 12-point pitch that we do. And finally, what's the most important? It's leverages. I'll explain leverages in another video, but just to give you a quick idea of leverages, the best leverage we have is what we call reciprocal trade. Reciprocal trade is all about where I have the market, I have your customers, you have my customers, and we're going to get together so we can share customers, and I can sell my products to your customers, you can sell your products to my customers once we combine the two. And if you're a large manufacturer and I'm going to license to you, or I'm going to team up with you in the manufacturer, you might actually white label my product into your market, and I still get volume, but I can go and do anything I like with my business as well. So there's lots of leverages that we can do, and I'll explain those later on. So these are just a quick reason why the way we do this in the cornerstone investor model is far more important than return on investment. We'll see you on the next video.